So he's just making the walk up the steps there, Kuşitashvili, and this is going to be a good fight. I can't see any way that it won't be. Final checks from the referee. They'll always have a look at the gloves. They'll have a look at the belt line. They'll make sure that the gum shield is in. And then we'll get moving. A bit of marking up on the face there of Kuşitashvili, but no particularly bad damage. I think he's got a bit of a cut in that left eyebrow on the corner. It's not one that they will have kind of taped or anything like that, but there's just a little bit of damage that I noticed yesterday. It could be scar tissue from a previous occasion, of course, that just goes a little bit livid in the heat of battle. And the fighter in blue has got this kind of shuffling style where he'll try and just slide those feet in on you and get you under pressure straight away, and that's exactly what he's looking to do here. And Ataev, who's got good all-round skills, which he showed us against Izroilov, is going to need them. Looking for that right hand, Kuşitashvili. He doesn't throw it very long, it doesn't travel all that far, but that's one of the reasons why it quite often just snakes its way through. This is good pressure from him, but Ataev at the minute just using the ropes, moving right, moving left. Right hand, I think, did land there from Kuşitashvili. Ataev trying to just provide the counter, trying to get busy with his own lead hand. Referee in the end just steps in and breaks them. That's good from Ataev, just turning around that front foot, but immediately Kuşitashvili is straight back on him and catches him, I think, with a right hand lead there. You cannot switch off or relax for a second against this guy. That's a good right hand from Ataev, just delivered, and then he pulled those feet back out. If you land a shot, you cannot stand there and admire your work. You need to do something off the back of it. And there's a good right hand, and then he just, again, pulled those feet back out, looked to try and roll away a bit. But Kuşitashvili just tracks him straight away. And he's bringing good educated pressure here, the Georgian, and this is what he does. And I do wonder whether the fact that he's had an easier time of it in the previous rounds, stamina-wise, gas tank-wise, whether that might play a part. As well trained as these fighters are, this is elite level sport into the final minute. And just throwing a right hand there, Ataev, over the top that had a maybe a slightly laboured look to it. Left uppercut on the inside from Ataev, counting down to the end of the first round. Just having a look at the corner for a little bit of advice for these closing seconds. I don't think there's been a great deal in this opener. Kuşitashvili has been on the front foot, and that's been the dynamic of it, which is what we expected. Or a 3-2 rather than a 4-1. It can be really important come the end of the fight, come the end in the final analysis. So into the second round, Kuşitashvili in the blue, Ataev in the red, who swept the scorecards in that first round, and he did do good work off the back foot. He is a good cultured fighter, he picked good punches, and as I've mentioned a few times throughout the course of the last week and a half or so, you've got 5 scoring judges ringside here, of course. They're on different sides of the ring, and as basic as it might sound, somebody who throws punches that are easy to see when they land, that does count for something. And he's that kind of a guy, Ataev. He's nice and clean, isn't he? You look at the jab there. Even if he's up close and the punch doesn't travel that far, they always just seem to catch the eye. If you've got that slightly messier style, which Kuşitashvili has a little bit, then it's not quite the same. Ataev just looking to walk him back. Let's go with him. Let's go with a short right uppercut on the inside. A minute into round 2. Again, just a little uppercut there from Ataev as Kушиташвили continues to try and stick it on him. Nice combination. 1-2, and then just pulled those feet back out. He's a fighter comfortable under pressure, Ataev. Good fundamentals. And again, he's just looking to let his hands go a little bit here. Left hand lands too, and Kушitashvili is maybe just running out of ideas a bit here, I think. Long right hand from the Georgian, but he hasn't landed too many of them. Short with the uppercut there, Ataev. Kушitashvili just trying to pour out that right hand and get something done into the final minute. Good right hand from Ataev, just thrown off the back foot as he was giving a little bit of ground. And that's another thing that's quite impressive about him. He can fight coming forwards and going backwards. There's that long right hand again from Kушitashvili. With a jab from Ataev. It's been a busy fight, this. There's been a lot of punches thrown right from the beginning. Combination there from Kушitashvili. You just see that mop of hair of Ataev just shake as the punch was absorbed. Final 10 seconds of round 2. Ataev, remember, with a 10-9 sweep of all 5 cards in the first round, and then off the back foot just throws that right hand slightly over the top there. Ataev, Kушitashvili just trying to...
Grabbing him in the start of the second round, he did bounce back, and that's good to see. But now he's got to overcome a 2-point deficit for all 5 judges.
He does, and that is a mountain to climb. He's going to have to win this round very clearly, with 3 judges, say, to get that 2-point margin. Then they would cast their deciding vote. They would all need to go his way. Then we'd have a 3-2 split, and then we go to bout review. There's a lot of ifs in there. And Ataev, again, will just look to try and pick those gaps when he can, but he's still coming forward here, Kушitashvili, trusting in the method. Ataev trying to land that uppercut, was short with it, walked onto a jab and a right hand there. He's got that kind of angular physique, Kушitashvili, really wide, broad shoulders. And then just tries to shoulder his man off slightly there. The referee's never going to like that. Just turned southpaw briefly there, Ataev, or rather just stepped into a southpaw lead, I think. Pretty quickly got his feet back orthodox. At no point has Kушitashvili really been able to get on top of Ataev to the extent that he's letting his hands go, and Ataev really is just tucking up. He doesn't do that, Ataev. He's always got something to throw, and that's why building that flow against him is just a very hard thing to do, because you find yourself disturbed by what he's landing. He's comfortable up close in the heat of the fire, and just past the halfway stage of round 3, and the chance of Russia go up around the stadium, which they have done pretty much all week, and with good reason, because it's been a pretty spectacular showing from the Russian fighters so far. Kушitashvili just walking onto a lead left hand there as he came forward. And some big names in the house. We've seen Denis Lebedev, Otto Beterbiev is here as well. Evgeny Tishchenko, Igor Makontsev, we've seen knocking around during the week. Olympic gold medalists for Russia. And more good work there from Ataev. let go with the right hand there, Kушitashvili. He had a slightly forlorn look about it because I think he knows that the game is nearly up here. And again, like fighters who have followed him today, who have had that task, who stylistically give themselves that task of trying to close their opponent down and really bring the pressure to bear, it just hasn't quite worked for him. And Ataev just planting his feet flat there and looking to work to the body into the final 10 seconds. Bell about to go any time now. He's someone we've both seen quite a few times over the last few years, Ataev. As an all-round skill set, there's not really anything he hasn't got.
He's adept in every facet of the game, and he showed little cameos of just about everything during the course of that contest. Principally on the back foot for the opening stage.
Of action, your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner from Russia, Sharaputin Ataev.
Interestingly, in that final round, it was a 3-2 split in favour of Ataev. Two judges are judged from Serbia and Afghanistan, went Kушitashvili.
Это третий бой, Реванш. Вот у тебя насколько ты хотел победить в этом бою?
Конечно, я как никогда никого, наверное, так не хотел выиграть, как его, потому что 2 раза проиграть тому же и проиграть 3-й раз, это было бы вообще, я считаю, позорно. И тем более было много сказано всего плюс, поэтому я должен был показать, кто есть кто, и кто на каком уровне. На том чемпионате мира он говорил, кого хотели сделать чемпионом, того и сделали. На этом вопросе, на этом чемпионате мира есть у кого-нибудь вопросы? Я прохожу чемпиона мира, призера чемпионата мира прошел, и дальше у меня чемпион мира тоже на финале чемпионата мира будет. Я думаю, что белорус выиграет.
Ну, эмоции тебе не мешали в этом бою?
Нет, я был холоднокровен, поэтому я слушал свой угол и делал работу. Но иногда, конечно, хотелось пойти вперед зарубиться, но надо было слушать угол и действовать по плану.